Welcome back to the Mushroom Therapy Podcast. I'm psychologist Yi Lin, and in today's episode, we are going to explore a subject that quietly shapes nearly every meaningful therapeutic journey: intention, ritual, and the psychological container that surrounds a mushroom experience. Before we begin, I want to remind our listeners that if you want a deeper, structured understanding of how to approach therapeutic mushroom work responsibly, you can explore the book The Ultimate Mushroom Therapy Protocol, available on Amazon now. This book provides a detailed framework for preparation, intention setting, journey work, and integration. It serves as a guide for individuals who want to explore the healing potential of mushrooms in a thoughtful and grounded way. I also encourage you to visit the Mushroom Therapy YouTube channel, hosted by Shaman Gabriel, where many of these ideas are discussed in greater depth through conversations about healing, consciousness, and the evolving field of therapeutic journey work. In previous episodes, we talked about preparation, trauma, and the role of the nervous system in healing. Today, we will explore something that sits at the intersection of psychology and ancient tradition: the role of intention and ritual in shaping the experience of a mushroom journey. To understand why intention and ritual matter, we must first recognize something important about the human mind. The mind does not simply respond to substances or external stimuli. The mind responds to meaning. Every experience we have is filtered through our expectations, beliefs, emotional state, and the symbolic frameworks that help us interpret what is happening. This is why two individuals can have dramatically different experiences in the same environment. Their internal psychological landscape shapes how the experience unfolds. When people approach mushrooms casually or without preparation, they often overlook this aspect of the mind. They assume that the mushroom alone will determine the outcome of the journey. But both modern research and traditional practices suggest something different. The meaning we assign to the experience plays a powerful role in shaping it. This is where intention comes into the picture. Intention is not about controlling the journey or demanding a particular outcome. In fact, attempting to control the experience too tightly can sometimes create tension. Instead, intention functions as a compass. It gently points the mind toward the areas of life that are asking for attention. When individuals take time to reflect on why they are entering a therapeutic journey, they begin aligning their conscious awareness with deeper emotional processes. This reflection can help clarify what they hope to understand, heal, or explore. For some individuals, the intention may be related to healing past trauma. For others, it may involve understanding patterns in relationships or addressing long-standing anxiety. Some people enter the journey seeking clarity about life direction or purpose. Whatever the intention may be, the process of articulating it begins activating the psyche before the journey even begins. From a psychological perspective, this is significant because the brain naturally organizes experiences around meaningful goals. When a person holds a clear intention, their mind begins scanning internal memories, emotions, and associations related to that theme. This does not mean the journey will unfold exactly according to that intention. Often the mind brings forward material that is unexpected, but the presence of intention helps create a framework of relevance that guides how the experience is interpreted. In therapeutic contexts, individuals are often encouraged to spend time journaling or reflecting before a journey. Questions such as, what am I hoping to understand about myself? Or what emotional patterns have been repeating in my life can help bring clarity to the process. Another important element that supports intention is ritual. In modern Western culture, ritual is sometimes misunderstood or dismissed as superstition. But from a psychological perspective, ritual plays a powerful role in shaping the mind's expectations and emotional readiness. Ritual creates a transition between ordinary life and a space of deeper reflection. Think about the rituals that already exist in everyday life. Graduation ceremonies mark the transition from student life to a new chapter of adulthood. Weddings symbolize the beginning of a shared partnership. Even simple rituals such as lighting candles during meditation can signal to the mind that it is time to enter a reflective state. Ritual works because it engages both the conscious and unconscious layers of the mind. When we perform intentional actions that symbolize a shift in awareness, the brain begins recognizing that something meaningful is about to happen. In therapeutic mushroom work, rituals may be simple and subtle. They may involve creating a quiet space, setting intentions aloud, practicing breathing exercises, or expressing gratitude before the journey begins. These practices do not change the pharmacology of the mushroom itself. Instead, they change the psychological context in which the experience unfolds. The mind interprets the ritual as a signal that the upcoming experience is important and meaningful. This can encourage individuals to approach the journey with greater presence and openness. Another important role of ritual is that it creates a sense of containment. Containment refers to the psychological feeling that an experience is held within a safe and intentional structure. When individuals know that the journey has a beginning, a supportive environment, and a process for integration afterward, they often feel more comfortable surrendering to the experience. Without containment, altered states can feel chaotic or disorienting. With containment, they become part of a meaningful process of exploration. In traditional cultures that have worked with mushrooms for generations, ceremonial structures often play a similar role. Songs, prayers, and intentional spaces create a shared understanding that the experience is sacred or meaningful. From a psychological perspective, these ceremonial elements help regulate the emotional tone of the experience. They provide signals to the mind that the individual is entering a space of reflection rather than a situation of threat. Another important function of ritual is that it can help individuals release expectations. Many people approach mushroom journeys with a mixture of curiosity and anxiety. They may worry about whether they will have a good experience or whether difficult emotions might arise. Ritual can help ease these concerns by shifting the focus away from outcome and toward presence. When individuals participate in intentional preparation practices, such as meditation, breathwork, or reflective conversation, they begin grounding themselves in the present moment. This reduces the tendency to overanalyze what might happen and allows the mind to approach the journey with greater openness. One of the most valuable mindsets in therapeutic journey work is what psychologists sometimes call curious acceptance. Curious acceptance means allowing whatever arises during the experience to be observed with interest rather than judgment. This mindset encourages individuals to trust that the mind may present experiences that are meaningful, even if they are initially confusing or emotionally intense. When individuals hold their intention gently and remain open to what emerges, the journey often unfolds in surprising and insightful ways. Sometimes the mind will address the exact intention that was set before the journey. Other times it may reveal deeper emotional layers that the individual had not previously recognized. This is why intention is often described not as a demand, but as an invitation. It invites the psyche to bring forward what it believes is ready to be explored. Another important aspect of intention and ritual is the role they play in integration. After a journey, individuals often reflect on the themes or insights that emerge during the experience. When a clear intention was set beforehand, it becomes easier to interpret these insights within a meaningful context. For example, if someone entered the journey with the intention of understanding a recurring pattern in relationships, they may notice that certain memories or emotions during the experience relate directly to that theme. This recognition can help guide post-journey reflection and integration. Without intention, individuals may still have powerful experiences, but they may struggle to understand how those experiences relate to their daily life. Intention acts as a bridge between the altered state and the ordinary world. It connects the insights of the journey with the practical work of healing and personal growth. This is one of the reasons why therapeutic mushroom work emphasizes preparation as much as the experience itself. The journey does not begin when the mushroom is consumed. It begins when individuals start reflecting on their inner world and clarifying what they hope to learn. And the journey does not end when the effects fade. In many ways, that is when the real work begins. Integration involves translating insights into meaningful action. This may involve changing habits, practicing self-compassion, seeking therapy, repairing relationships, or simply allowing time for emotional processing. Throughout this process, intention continues to serve as a guiding thread. It reminds individuals why they entered the experience and what aspects of their life they are seeking to understand more deeply. As we continue exploring these topics on the Mushroom Therapy podcast, our goal is not only to discuss the science and psychology of mushrooms, but also to emphasize the importance of approaching these experiences with humility, care, and thoughtful preparation. Mushrooms have been part of human spiritual and healing traditions for centuries. Today, modern psychology and neuroscience are beginning to explore why these experiences can sometimes facilitate profound insights and emotional processing. But the true power of this work lies not only in the substance itself, but in the relationship we develop with the process. When individuals approach mushroom journeys with intention, respect, and a commitment to integration, they often discover that the experience becomes less about the mushroom and more about their own inner wisdom. The mushroom simply creates a space where that wisdom can be heard more clearly. If you would like to explore the full framework for approaching therapeutic mushroom journeys responsibly, I encourage you to check out The Ultimate Mushroom Therapy Protocol, available on Amazon now. This guide offers a detailed roadmap for preparation, intention setting, journey work, and integration so that individuals can approach this process with clarity and respect. And if you would like to continue these conversations in a more dynamic and conversational format, Be sure to visit the Mushroom Therapy YouTube channel hosted by Shaman Gabriel, where discussions about healing, consciousness, and personal transformation continue to evolve. Thank you for joining me for episode 4 of the Mushroom Therapy podcast. In our next episode, we will begin exploring another essential dimension of therapeutic journey work, the role of the guide, facilitator, or sitter, and why supportive presence can be one of the most important factors in creating a safe and meaningful experience. Until then, take a moment to reflect on the intentions that guide your own life. Often, the simple act of asking meaningful questions is the first step towards transformation. This is psychologist Yi Lin, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you on the next episode of the Mushroom Therapy podcast.
Hello everyone, Shaman Gabriel. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also check out this video right here that YouTube thinks you will really enjoy. Thank you for tuning in.